Instabatchers. Today is December 31st, the last day of the year 2025. And I want to make this video to congratulate you for a successful year or for learning the gig work, the gig lifestyle this year, for trying it out. So, my name's Daniel. I've been an Instabatcher for 5 years plus, doing different types of gig platforms like delivery services like Postmates, Grubhub, Instacart, Roadie. I've tried Spark and many other apps, but I tend to focus on Instacart as my primary app. So, what did we learn this year? You know, there's a lot of ups and downs in this gig life. My girlfriend calls, says it's not real work. It's not a real job, but I think otherwise, because I feel like I've made more money through these platforms than I did when I was a salesperson, when I was in customer service, when I was installing carpet. Overall, there's better balance for me because I get to pick the time I want to work, the days I want to work. And Instacart, I get to go to other states and work there, other cities and work there. So to me, it's been the perfect platform for my liking. I don't necessarily like shopping groceries. That was not what I intended to do, but because the platform is a tool that I could use to, obviously make money, but also it grades me. And that was the one thing that I learned this year. Instacart started this new metric system where like they grade you on your performance, the service that you provide. So like sometimes I have missing items, sometimes I take too long delivering, sometimes maybe my customer service isn't that good. So not only are like my 5 stars less now, but it tells me specifically what areas I could work on. And let me show you. Sorry, I don't like to drive and film, but today's the last day and I feel like I have to post this video before it's too late. I will be careful though, because it's raining out here. Anyways, part of what I think I'm gonna end up losing is my diamond cart status, because on shopping quality, I'm just a standard, you know. Unless that changes. I know that like 3 of my items are gonna drop on January 3rd, and this is a 90-day, you know, like your stats drop after 90 days. So I didn't make it on time. That sucks. And the lesson here is that we gotta be perfect, basically. They'll allow up to like 3 mistakes and then your grade drops. So that's good. Next year, I'm gonna kill it. I had to adjust to the rating system here because I thought it was every 30 days. No, now it's 90. So basically, you have to go perfect the whole 90 days in order for you to qualify for like diamond card status or any other status, you know? So that's something I learned. How was it for you? You know, I did not expect this. I'm not as good as I thought I was. You know what I mean? But this tool helps me realize that. And now I'm really going to be goal orientated and really focus on Instacart more than before. Because yes, it's true, I do use other apps like Grubhub and Roadie, but in 2026, For 2026, I want to be a lot more aggressive. I already have my schedule down. I go hardcore Monday through Thursday, and then on the weekends, I'll do like half days. I work every day except for Sundays. I relax all day, but within that period of time, I need to maximize, my efforts here. And I'm gonna try to make I have to balance a lot of stuff. I do like Macari, I do different apps as well, but I'm really gonna focus on my customer service and on Instacart, because I noticed that people doing Costco, I don't see every order that comes into Costco. Why? Because I'm pretty sure there's 5-star people that getting it ahead of me, because I've been watching. If you stay in your local area, you'll start noticing who are Instacart shoppers, and you want to learn from them. You want to ask them and build a relationship. If they could help you with Instacart, if you can help them, because there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us doing Instacart, but those 5-star people, it's noticeable. You can see them carrying a lot of items, and it's consistent. How did they get it? Well, it's service. I bet you it's because of the stats. So I'm gonna try that for 2026. I'm also gonna be partnering up with a few Instabatchers. Yeah, you. So in 2025, I started, doing more YouTube videos, but at the same time, I've been encouraging my friends to sign up and to give Gig Life a try. And so I'm going to be interviewing a few people that took my advice, that are in this Gig Life journey, and we're gonna really try to be professionals. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed. I know my videos aren't that great, but what I'm trying to do here is create a community where we help each other out, and you guys have been giving me good tips and harsh criticism, but I learned from it, you know what I mean? And so please subscribe if you haven't already. Be part of this team, and we'll encourage each other to make the most of this, because it is a profitable job. From my understanding, Instacart and most of these platforms, it's college students, people that wanted to make a quick buck. But the platform has been out for a couple of years now, and I think people figured out I can make some good money. If I was a full-time employee at a Walmart, let's say, I'm making way more than that. I'm making manager money, so if you're a go-getter and you really want to go get that money, it's about building a consistent routine that's going to help you reach those goals. So I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to try to make 100,000 next year. That's too far, because I think I made 70,000 this year. So what am I going to do to make those extra 30,000, That's going to be the fun part coming up tomorrow. But there's a lot of platforms out there, you guys. And one of them that I'm going to start is Poplin. It's a laundry service. And also I'm going to go back to Turo, renting out my car. So let's see if that helps. And Macari. And it's just a lot of stuff. But I need help, usually. And so I'm going to try to film all of this as I'm going through it. To make that 100,000. Oh, I don't think I've ever made that much in my life, so I'm excited about that. Please like and subscribe, because that's going to help me out a lot. But I'm in a really good place after 2025. Thank Jehovah, his Lord. that I'm gonna be able to start in a good place next year. So I just want to make this video to share with you what is possible. There's a lot of ups and downs with Instacart and all the other platforms, so I would recommend that we view our vehicle as a partner. Let's make sure we take care of our car, give it its services that it needs, because man, some of the places they send you, I'm really blessed that my car is not as damaged as it could have been. I go through a lot of dirt roads, rain, like right now, mudslides. Yeah, no, it's dangerous. And then we gotta look professional too. So having a car wash area, all these are gonna be monthly expenses, but most of it is tax deductible. Have a strategy for that. And yeah, just wake up to hustle. That's the name of the game. You gotta take care of yourself too. Give yourself the proper rest and nutrition, because when you're awake, you know what I mean, you're ready to make that money. That's what it's all about. That's why I try to balance it out on the weekends. Even though it's better opportunity to make more money on the weekends, I tend to slow it down and get my rest and recharge for the Monday coming up. I hope that helps. I know I'm talking a lot about nothing. It's just a recap of what I experienced in 2025, and I give it thumbs up, gig life. Next year, what I hear, it's no tax on tips. So my goal is gonna maybe be to provide more excellent service. Maybe I'll be like a delivery clown. You know how like the milkman from the 1950s had a whole uniform and stuff? Maybe I'll come up with something like that to show people that I'm taking this seriously, and to, you know, kind of make it more fun, especially for the videos. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, but I'm gonna try to really work for those tips. If I want to reach 100,000, the tips is gonna play a big part. And I watch a lot of YouTubers, how they're doing their. It's incredible how they're getting like $40, $50, $70 tips. That's what I want. How do I get to that? Maybe I relocate. Right now, my home area is the Antelope Valley, and I like that because it's really no traffic. It's just long drives for those big paying batches. But what if I stay within the city? What if I go to busier places like Los Angeles? From my experience so far, it was not worth it, but I'm gonna try to maximize my time and efforts next year. So I hope you join me on my journey and give me advice on how to reach my goal. Like, how do you provide better service? What are the little things? Like 2 years ago, I started the paper bag service. You know, I would not charge the customer, so I let them know that Instacart will not charge you for plastic bags, but I would gladly accept a generous tip in order for me to resupply my paper bags and make this a cleaner earth, you know. And it worked a little bit, but it wasn't convenient. And now most of the stores that I shop at have already converted to paper bags, and the feedback is not good. So in a way, it's good that I stopped that. But because paper bags, like, they rip so easily. The quality of them are not always good in all the stores. So as I'm handing the bags to people, it rips. How embarrassing. So that's one thing I'm gonna change. As I'm trying to make better service, I'm probably gonna double bag, you know, groceries, or make them lighter. I'm just gonna really focus on customer service, and I hope that you do too. Well, that's enough chit chat for this episode. Soon I'll be doing more videos, like the pros and cons of Instacart and the gig life, and any feedback that you give me, I'll try to make more videos, more better videos. I know people hate it when, you know, I'm reading off of a script. Okay, I'll tell you my honest opinions, my feedback. I'm really not a video editor, so I know my videos suck, but I tend to get better. I'll try my best, you know. The hard part is the time. I don't really have time to make it better quality, but it'll get there. Thank you very much once again. Be safe. Happy New Year, and good job for sticking with it. Until next time.